We have this clip here posted 8 hours ago, 6 weeks after announcement of Marathon having a brand new fog of war anti-cheat system to limit wall hacks. Cheaters are now making hacking montages on YouTube. That is fucking crazy. This user in the gameplay has been playing the game since launch and uploads them onto his YouTube channel. Ooh, since launch? Since launch? Okay, look, we gotta watch this.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. Nice. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change.
He got the beats and everything on it. He's been doing this since the launch of Marathon. See, this is why. I think this is why like a lot of people are kind of going away from like competitive multiplayer games. Cheating is so rampant. Some developers, publishers do a pretty good job with their cheaters and their anti-cheats and stuff. So I think Riot does a pretty good job. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm sure they do a pretty good job. God, I don't want to. Marvel Rivals, I think they do a pretty good job too. Arc Raiders, they do okay, right? And if you do cheat in their game, I mean, if you get killed by a cheater in their game, get your stuff back. That doesn't happen in Marathon. Not that scene or. This is wild though. Montages like since the beginning. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it so much. You all are amazing. Don't understand you all. I appreciate it so much. But anyways, let's keep watching this fucking video.
My life, cause I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
See, my thing is, right? Does he think he's good?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Like that's in his heart, in his fucking brain. She, he, whatever. It's probably most likely a guy, but you know, do they think they're good? That's my question. Do they think they're good? I'm looking at this like I said before, right? A lot of these people who use these good at games, not. Okay, you may have every blue moon, but the person might actually be okay, kind of decent, or even maybe pretty good, right? But that's not the case normally. Not at all. Not at all. Most of the time these people are bad. And you know, he's posting right on YouTube, making YouTube videos. I don't understand why he hasn't been banned yet. Like I don't know what the title of his video is, but maybe it's, I don't think it'd be that too hard to find him. Right, he's posted on YouTube, but like normally these people aren't good, you know. Like I said before, like with Nadia when she went to that LAN event, she fucking trash. You know, why is it she's just good at her setup? No, you might be in the comments or whatever. You know, you might be like, oh well, you know, your own setup, you feel comfortable, you know, your own stuff. It's just way more comfortable in, you know, in that kind of environment. You play better. Shut the fuck up. I'm just gonna say that. Shut up. Shut up. If you're good, go anywhere and play on any PC or console and still be pretty good. Okay. You know, if you put me on another setup, I will be, I'm not going to say I'm good at the game, but I'll still probably perform, you know, pretty okay. I perform okay. You know, you put another mouse and keyboard in my hand, now controller. I suck ass with controller. You know, it doesn't matter what setup you put me on, I'm ass with controller. I'm just gonna admit it. But you know, these people are terrible, and I'm just like wondering, do you think he's really good?
Let's go. Hey. Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die.
Now we can get into the meat and potatoes, okay? Like, how can they fix this? Developers, all developers and publishers. I don't know. I think, you know, maybe they are already implementing AI into it, and with AI, it's just going to get better. But you know, we've seen some developers, you know, come out and actually do some of these heat makers and stuff. And I think, I don't quote me on that, right? I was there. Well, I wasn't there, but I remember it was Bungie, right? Was it a player they sued? I'm not, I could be wrong on that, but you know, I feel like you need to start putting the fear of God, not in just the players, right? In the cheat makers. You know, even before they think about making a cheat, I want them to think about, oh, this could ruin my life. I could be sued millions, billions of dollars, because they're ruining their product. You know, the publisher's product, Bungie's, Activision, Riot, any other ones. They're ruining their product at the end of the day. Sorry, that list. Anyways, but I know another thing, like a lot of these places are outside of the United States and probably like outside of China, maybe. You know, they buy like the islands and stuff and make, you know, and make these sheets and stuff and put business on it, so they're kind of like unaffected by that kind of stuff. But some kind of like, you know, like some countries, right, have to own like these small islands and stuff, and where they're making these sheets, right, and putting their business at. These countries have to own these places. Like I feel like the only way, two ways, right? Not the only, two ways that cheating is gonna go down. Like, I won't say like eradicated, but be less of an issue, right? First one is AI. Yeah, I said it. AI. If someone can make like a AI that can detect cheats, no matter how good they are, no matter what, I think that will work. But the other way, and actually you can combine these two, but the other way is this: having all these publishers and developers just get together, right? Because, you know, you got Sony, right? That's in Japan. You got Microsoft, that's United States. You got, you know, all these other publishers and developers, right, in all these other countries. I feel like they should just get together. You know, it would benefit all of them, because they're losing customers because of people cheating. At the end of the day, you know, you go get something like this, you think a normal person's just gonna want to keep playing? No. And this guy was doing this on day one. Think about going, my bad, but think about hopping into a game day one, come across a cheater. Probably not the only one. You know, let's say it's in, you know, your first hour, 2 hours, refund right there, refund. Yeah, that's a customer loss for these developers. gone. Because either, you know, it depends on how good you are, if you're gonna even know it's a cheater, or if you're just like, you're just gonna be frustrated. You're just gonna die and be frustrated. Okay. You know, I really do think like a lot of these publishers and developers just should get together, because it's going to benefit them at the end of the day. Because they're not getting paid for this, they're losing money. Okay, the cheat makers are getting paid, which that's why I say get together and sue living shit out of all of them. And don't tell me there's not a way they can't tell what cheat they're using. Don't tell me that lie. Okay, I don't want to hear it. I know they can figure out what exact cheats they're using. You know, sue the player and sue the cheat maker. Now I'm not gonna go too far and put him in jail and stuff, or cut the dicks off like Pass Across. Love them, but no, I'm not going that far. But I just think, I mean, if it does happen, if they can do that, fuck it, do it. I'm not gonna stop it. Do it. Put him in jail for a month or two or whatever for cheating. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But I do think they can sue the shit out of them at the end of the day. And you know, it would be kind of hard, because I know, like I said before, some of these cheat makers are outside of the United States and probably Japan, like on these islands, or just, you know, buying like or renting random parts of lands and stuff. That's why I say all of them need to get together, just form a, I don't know, like a big entity against cheaters. I know I'm tired of it, and I think it's fucking stupid as hell. And I know you probably think it's stupid. Okay, I know I'm not the only one. Like, just get good at the game. And if you suck and you don't think you can get better, it is what it is. You suck ass. Okay, suck ass. Even I have to admit it sometimes. I'm a very competitive person. I suck ass sometimes. COD, you know, I'm old. My peak was Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3. That was my peak. I will admit that was my peak. I think I had like a 34 KD in Black Ops 2, and the same in Modern Warfare 3, the old one, not the new one, the old one. That was my peak. Now I suck ass. I try to play with my friend. You know, he's younger than me. He is far better than me in COD. You know, I try mouse and keyboard is like playing on hard mode, because the aim assist the other players have. My aim isn't that good. How to go to controller, right? Controller. Haven't done this in played on controller and competitively for any shooter game in about 3 years now, 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I'm terrible at that. And I just had to come to the realization that I suck now. You know, some games I'm better at, like, and that's a whole different story. Some games I'm better at than others. But at the end of the day, I will not cheat, okay? Either I'm going to keep grinding the game like I have with Marathon, have like over 100 hours. Everything I've done, I have like one faction, like VIP, another one close to VIP. Like I think I'm like a level off. All the loot I have, all the gunfights I won, gunfights I lost, was all me. I'm not going to cheat at the end of the day. I'm just not. Like, okay, either I'm going to get better or I'm not. You know, I can't get any worse at the end of the day. You know, I can't. Actually, I can, but yeah. Developers, do something. I think y'all should team up. It may sound crazy, but to keep the integrity of these games that we love as players intact, something really needs to be done. And if y'all have to find and make a unified, you know, thing to combat cheaters and shoot and sue the shit out of players and the cheat makers, do it. And if you have to implement AI in that somehow, there's one time I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, I'm tired of cheaters thinking they're good or something. Get them the fuck out of here.